Showering with Alastor. The bathroom door clicks shut behind you both, and immediately the temperature seems to rise. Not from the steam, yet, but from the simple fact that Alastor is standing in a relatively small tiled room with you while wearing significantly less layers than usual. He's already loosened his bow tie, collar undone, suspenders hanging loose over his narrow hips like he's preparing for an especially theatrical performance. Crimson eyes flicker over you with lazy amusement. Hot water begins to drum down against porcelain. Well, well, his voice curls through the steam. Someone appears to be rather determined tonight. You roll your eyes even as he begins to creep up your neck. You're the one who followed me in here. Followed? He tilts his head, grin widening until the sharp tips of his teeth catch the low light. My dear, I led. There's a difference. He steps closer, deliberate and slow, cane left, propped up against the sink like a silent ten-tail, and brushes one clawed fingertip along your jaw, tilting your face up slightly. Besides, he murmurs, radiostatic voice dropping more softer and intimate, I find the idea of you all slippery and warm rather inspirational. You snort despite yourself. You're ridiculous. And yet, he leans in until his mouth is a breath away from your ear. Here you are, still letting me touch you. The first splash of hot water hits your shoulder and you both hiss in unison, more dramatically coming from him than necessary. Alastor's ears flick back at the sudden heat before relaxing again. The little tufts of fur add to the tips already beginning to dampen and curl. He looks unexpectedly soft like this. Wet red hair sticking to his forehead in messy strands and the usual perfect sweep ruined. Water beads on his long lashes, the sharp lines of his face almost gentler when he wasn't backlit by hellfire or dropped by an audience of terrified sinners. You reach up without thinking and push a soaked lock away from his eye. He breathes just a second, then he laughs, slow and crackling. Careful now, he warns, voice playful but engaged. You're handling a priceless antique merchandise like that. You deadpan. You're quite literally waterproof. Antique, he repeats, insinuating each syllable like it's a love language only he seems to understand. Then he's crowding you back against the cool tile, one hand braced beside your head and the other sliding slowly, deliberately down your wet side until he palms settle low on your hips, claws prick enough just to remind you that they're there. Steam curls between you like a cigarette smoke. He doesn't kiss you right away, he simply looks, studies the way the water runs down your throat and the way your chest rises and falls under his attention. The way your pupils blow wide when his thumb strokes over a slow, maddening circle on the wet skin. Only then does he dip his head. The first brush of his mouth is surprisingly gentle, almost respectful, right at the corner of your lips, teasing and testing. You chase him. He lets you catch him for about half a second before he pulls back with a delighted chuckle. Aha! Static murmurs through his voice. Manners, darling. You grab his wet arm and drag him back down. This time he doesn't play. His kiss tastes like copper and ozone and something sweeter underneath, something that's never really been there on anyone else. One clawed hand slides up your back and up to your neck, fingers threading through your hair, holding you exactly where he wants you. The other hand wraps around your ribs and your waist, the sensitive skin just under your navel, slowly and exploratorily. like he's memorizing every place the hot water decides to touch. When he finally pulls back, you're both breathing harder than probably necessary. His grin is sharper than ever, and his eyes are half-lidded and glowing. "Tell me," he purrs against your mouth, voice drenched in static and sin. "How long have you been fantasizing about getting the radio demon wet?" You laugh at his joke, breathless, forehead pressed to his. "Longer than I'm willing to admit." You chuckle. His ears flick happily that you seem to react to his joke. "Good," he murmurs, already leaning in again, "because I intend to make this shower very, very, very memorable." The water continues to pour down around you both. Somewhere in the steam a shadow flickers, grinning just as wide, and for once Alastor doesn't seem to be leaving in a hurry. The morning after, however, the Hazbin hotel was already buzzing at an ungodly hour, for hell anyway. Husk is nursing what looks like his third coffee behind the bar. Nifty is speed dusting the chandelier like it's personally offended her, and Charlie is humming while rearranging motivational posters for the umpteenth time. You're trying, emphasis on trying, to sneak back downstairs in yesterday's clothes, hair slightly damp at the ends, hoping no one notices the faint scent of Alastor's fancy soap clinging to your skin like expensive cologne. You almost made it to the coffee pot. Almost. Oh my fucking god. Andrew Vadas's voice hits like a siren. He's sprawled dramatically across the couch in nothing but a fluffy pink robe, half open, and one leg is kicked over the armrest, phone already in his hand, like he's about to live stream the apocalypse. His mismatched eyes are wide, mouth open, forearms frozen mid-gesture. You freeze mid-step. He points to you, all 6 limbs somehow involved in the accusation. You, he gasps, clutching imaginary pearls. "You dirty little minx. You didn't." "Didn't what?" you ask, voice flat, praying for this spontaneous combustion. Angel vaults over the back of the couch in one fluid motion, robe fluttering like dramatic wings. He's in your face in seconds, leaning down with a grin that shows every sharp tooth. Showered with smiles. Each word is punctuated by a dramatic poke to your chest. "Last night, don't you even try to lie to me till I can smell the plot twist on you." Your face burns. "Angel," you go to scold him, but he cuts you off. "Angel, nothing. I got sources, reliable ones." He jerks a thumb towards the stairs. Fat Nugget saw the whole thing. Traitorous little snitch wouldn't stop oinking about it this morning. You're pretty sure Fat Nuggets was just excited about breakfast. From the shadowed corner near the radio equipment, a low, crackling chuckle rolls out, and Alastor materializes as usual. And he's there, looking infuriatingly pristine, hair perfect, suit immaculate, and cane tapping against the ground. "Good morning, my dear companions," he greets, voice dripping in his radio static. Angel spins towards him, hands on his hips. "Oh, don't you start with your smooth jazz voice." Smiles. "Spill, how was it? Scale on 1 to I saw the face of God and it was terrifying." Alastor tilts his head. "I assure you the experience was enlightening." His gaze slides to you, one slow, deliberate, intimate way that makes your knees weak. "Wouldn't you agree, darling? You wanted to die right there." Again. Angel screeches in delight, clapping all 4 hands. "Look at that! Look at that blush! Oh, this is better than, adult videos." "Wait." He pulls out his phone. "Smile for the camera, babes." "Angel, no." You try to cover your face, but too late. Flash. Caption. "When the radio demon gets wet, and it's not a metaphor." He runs off. Charlie pokes her head from the kitchen. What happened?" "Nothing," you blurt out. An Angel fans himself with all available hands. I need details. Let's go. You bury your face in your hands. How the hell are you gonna get out of this?